Well, congratulations. I was watching this and I just kept thinking, if I was an actor, this would be a dream role. There's so much to do, and also, I mean, come on, talk about a perfect backdrop, right?
I know, it was a dream role. I mean, every day I think we're out in the mountains on a horse, kind of pinching yourself, you know.
So
it was a dream job, it really was.
45 caliber? Execution style.
I think the killings are connected. You're in this somehow. I'm gonna find out.
Let's talk about you. There's a lot to do, like I mentioned. Obviously, there's definitely emotional work, which we'll get to, but let's talk about the physical stuff, because there's some intense fights in this show. You mentioned horseback riding. What was the prep like to do Untamed?
It wasn't too bad. I mean, a lot of the stuff I'd sort of been familiar with. Some of the rappelling and rope work I had to learn. There's a lot of trust in your stunt team, put it that way. But most of it was pretty good.
And obviously, with a new series like this, people are quick to kind of categorize it or compare it to other shows just to kind of get a sense of what the vibe is. I'm saying it's a murder mystery Yellowstone, but what say you?
I feel like I haven't really seen this show before. That's what really excited me when I read the script. I'm like, I haven't seen a murder mystery set in a national park on this kind of scale, and it was a real hook. I just felt like we really transport the audience, make them feel like they have gone somewhere special. In this case, it's Yosemite National Park. So, yeah, I love the combination of the two.
I'm looking at this girl who went off El Capitan. You heard anything about that?
Just that another tourist got too close to the edge.
Yeah, I'm not sure yet.
In the end, we do find out the truth of who killed Lucy, and a very major surprise, Sam Neill, actually.
Kyle, I swear on my life, I never meant to hurt her.
What was your reaction when you first read that?
Well, our writer has a reputation of creating some unbelievable drama and
jaw-dropping,
great jaw-dropping and gut punches. So when it came, I was like, oh my God, how is my character going to process this? It almost seems insurmountable for him, but at the same time, it's like if you go back and watch, it'll make sense to you. Yeah, so that's a great thing about a mystery.
It certainly takes us on a ride. I mean, we follow all these cast of characters, and I feel like every situation they find themselves, we're in it with them, you know? And that's what I loved about it too, because like I said, it takes you along for the ride. And the cast is so incredible, but I think my favorite dynamic is between your character and Sam Neill's character, Paul. Obviously, you know, Sam has been dealing with his own health battles and during the show, but what was the highlight of sharing the screen with him for you?
Oh, he's just a delight. I mean, I grew up watching Sam. He's an icon, really, you know, in Australian cinema, and so to get the chance to work with him, we have a lot of mutual friends. I felt like I'd known him forever, but we'd never actually worked together. Never met before this show.
Wow.
So yeah, we just had the greatest time, and he's such a wonderful actor and just really effortless on camera.
How do you create that chemistry? Because their relationship, there's this father-son, you know, vibe and relationship there.
Yeah, well, he's really the only person that my character is prepared to listen to in the whole show, who he respects.
Yeah.
And look, he just has the most easy persona, and he's a very funny man. He tells great stories, so yeah, just a dream to work with.
Obviously, the show follows Kyle working to solve this murder, but he's also still grieving the loss of his own son, Caleb. At first, you don't realize that that's what the situation is. What was it like for you to kind of like bite your teeth into those scenes, and how challenging was it?
Yeah, there's some really challenging themes in the show in terms of what's happened to Kyle and his backstory, but they were really beautifully written and really well written. And sometimes those scenes, those things can be difficult, but if they're well written, it's made easier for sure. But it's about just respecting what it would be like, because there'll be audience members who have gone through what Kyle's gone through, and you're trying to imagine what that journey might be like for them.
It gives Kyle some layers as well, you know, because he's not just a straight shooter. There's a lot of depth to him, a lot that he's grieving, you know. And then also, I mean, this one threw me for a loop, but we find out Jill actually had Sanderson killed for murdering Caleb. I mean, how would you say the loss of Caleb, but also that situation and the demise of his marriage fuel him, you know, in his life where we meet him?
Yeah, I mean, it's almost unbelievable how much he goes through in the course of the 6 episodes right up till towards the end. But I really love that dynamic of the relationship between Kyle and Jill as an ex-couple, as an ex-marriage. I just thought it was written in a way that I hadn't seen before. It wasn't at all cliche, and they kind of are codependent in a weird way, or he's very much on her and she's sort of moved on with her life. But again, I think it just came down to the writing, and it just made that effort.
You're right, because we're used to seeing that kind of dynamic play out where like they split, but they're kind of tethered to each other. So is he going to go back to her? But that's not really what the end goal is there with their relationship.
No, exactly.
Yeah. With everything that Kyle has gone through, what he survived, what he's currently dealing with, what do you think is the thing that keeps him tethered to Yosemite, to his life as a federal agent, and maybe even preventing him from any real growth?
I think it's nature.
Yeah.
I think for him, it's just the natural world
Yeah.
and the kind of spirituality that comes from being in the park and being at one with his horse and with the countryside.
Lily,
Yeah.
I mean, she kind of plays that, right? Where she reminds him about why it is you guys do what you do and why you're here in Yosemite.
Yeah,
Because
exactly.
she falls in love with the park.
She
as well.
does, yeah. And she's from Los Angeles originally as
That's
a
right.
character, and then she's really thrown into the deep end and has never ridden a horse before.
Yeah.
And this whole world is new to her, so she's experiencing, and he's kind of re-experiencing the park
Through her.
eyes.
Yes.
Yeah, and again, that dynamic of that relationship was so well written.
She has an incredible arc too.
Yes.
Seeing her ride the horse at the end, I'm just like, wow, it came full circle. All right, finally, Kyle is off to new adventures though, hopefully. So where would you like to see a season 2 go?
I haven't thought that far ahead.
I bet.
Well, as ISB agents, they do get stationed in different parks. But,
okay.
So I guess anything's
A new park.
Anything's possible. Could be another park somewhere.
I love it. Well, fantastic work. Congratulations
Thank
on
you
the
very
show.
much.